Hello everyone, my name is Conrad, and today I want to show to you that no matter what your disability is, you can play any game out there. Well, not any game, some might still be too hard, I know. So, I broke my neck 5 years ago, which means I'm in a wheelchair. Well, technically, that's not a bad thing for gaming, right? It just means I have my own personal gaming chair with me at all times. No, actually, what makes gaming hard for me is the fact that I cannot move my fingers. Not at all. They are like this all the time. I can feel them, but I can't move them. The black things here are actually the gloves for pushing my wheelchair. So, as you can see, I play a lot of games here. Actually, yeah, RuneScape. See, up here, RuneScape. It's actually really good. Some Civilization, some Hearthstone. We have some City Skyline, some Overwatch. We have some Rocket League, and we don't talk about this game. It's bad. Okay, but today I want to talk to you about League of Legends. It is the game I've been playing for the longest and is my own personal favorite. So if you have the same kind of disability as me or something similar, or you're just curious, how does he do it? Let's head into a game and find out. So here you can see my setup. I use a touchpad, kinda like the one Apple has for their Macs, but this one is from Logitech, and it was the only one I could find that actually works with Windows. I'll put some links down below so you can see all my peripherals in greater detail. The keyboard is a low profile one from SteelSeries. It is called the Apex. I had to get the keyboard that had the buttons with the shortest key travel distance. Because what happens if the key presses are too long when I try to type or play some games is that I will accidentally press multiple ones at once. Also, the big spacebar turned out to be really comfortable. I use it a lot because I bound my attack and move to the spacebar. It also has a lot of extra macro keys that you can program yourself. I use them a lot when writing documents or doing some coding for my university classes, because I created shortcuts for things like undo and copy and paste. Having to just press one key instead of multiple ones makes me a lot more efficient. So when I got injured, I was using a laptop and therefore got used to using a trackpad for everything. I can't really use a mouse because I would need to use both hands to operate it. Also, the low profile keyboard replicates the very flat keys of a laptop. In game, I got a few special settings to make the game easier for me. I walk and attack champions using space. Most of the time I have the camera locked, which makes it a lot easier. I level up my abilities by pressing the F keys, and I also use quick cast with the indicator. This means that when I press the key down for a spell, I can see its range, and as soon as I let the key go, I activate the spell. The game's standard way of using a spell is clicking the spell and then right clicking the mouse to activate it. This way would take just way too long for me. In the beginning I made a joke about my wheelchair being a good gaming chair. Well, it really isn't. It's not very comfortable for long gaming sessions and your back will hurt a lot. I actually do have a nice gaming chair, but I rarely use it, since my room where I have my PC is very small, and therefore transferring to it becomes kinda hard. But I do strongly recommend one since it really helps with balance and comfort. Now you might ask, what does it mean with balance? Okay, so I broke my neck, and that means I have no sensation or mobility below my chest, meaning no core muscles to keep my balance. As you see, neither do my fingers work. They are in this curled up position, which apparently is how they are if you wouldn't use your hand muscles. Your setup can really make or break what games you can play. It's all about finding what is right for you. Since I started gaming on a laptop, I was heavily influenced by that, and that is why my setup resembles one. When I entered the PC Master Race, I had a hard time finding the right peripherals. For example, the keyboard wasn't perfect for me in the start, because I wanted the keys even lower. But after using it enough, I get used to it and the technique I used to type with it. Also, it took forever to find a touchpad that actually works with Windows. Now, League is a good game, I think, to get you started. Of course, there are some really easy games, like Hearthstone, that just requires clicking with cursor. But if you want to try some MOBAs, League can easily be customized for your needs. I can play all the champions, but I rarely do play the really mechanical ones, since I can't play them on a competitive level. My fingers are just way too slow and my mouse aim is too inaccurate. I must warn you though, you are after all playing with 9 other players, so they might play you really hard. Like they will make you cry if you mess up. Okay, not really. Just ignore them, cause there are some stupid raging kids out there, and just report them and try to have some fun with it. If you now have the right setup, and you're used to your mouse and your keyboard, you can try games that are harder. With harder, I don't really mean games that some would argue requires more skill, like for example Dota 2, but games that add another dimension of movement, for example first-person shooter games. The first FPS I tried was Overwatch, and it is really difficult I tell you, for a person with my disability. But it is definitely possible, it just requires some getting used to it. If you found this video interesting, or you learned something new that will help you out, give it a like. Would you want to see more games in the future and how you can play them? Comment down below what game, and I will try to make a video on it. So subscribe for future content, and thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in a future video. Thanks, bye.